Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Kindred, North Dakota on a beautiful Wednesday, a hot, steamy, actually, Wednesday, July 9th. The heat wave is here in Kindred. It's 85 degrees, feels like 90 with the humidity. There is a nice breeze of 15 to 20 miles an hour from the south-southeast. So you'll hear a little bit of wind blowing through our broadcast here today. But overall, a hot day here in Kindred. Still a fantastic day to play some baseball. And in Kindred tonight, we are hosting a Junior Legion battle that brings to town the DGF Post 397 Junior Legion team. Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton out of Post 397 come to Kindred to take on the home team, the Kindred Vikings. The Kindred Vikings Junior Legion team is once again playing host to DGF. DGF comes into today's battle with a record of 14-7. The Kindred Vikings have a record of 5-11. But don't be deceived by that. They have 8 of those 11 losses by 3 or less. They have battled in almost every single game, but just fell victim to a handful, 8 of them to be exact, close losses. I want to welcome everybody in. My name is Josh O'Maris on your live event. Wendy Bernier up here running the camera and the buttons. Thank you for tuning in to some Junior Legion baseball action. Once again, the Kindred Vikings play host to DGF. DGF 14-7, the Kindred Vikings 5-11. These two teams have played once already. DGF was victorious over the Vikings by a score of 16-6, but a very atypical game for the Vikings. They walked 10 guys and made 5 errors. Neither of those things have been common for the Junior Legion team. If they can clean that up, you should be in for a doozy of a game here once again on your live event. We're going to step away, and when we come back, we'll be ready for the starting lineups. DGF, the visitors on the scoreboard, are wrapping up their infield. Like I said, when we come back, we'll have starting lineups for each of these two teams. See you back in about 90 seconds.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com. Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
All right, fans, welcome back in. Junior Legion baseball action about to be underway. Head coach Oakley DeBoard and Brandon Watt of DGF are shaking hands with the umpires. Chris Larson will be behind the dish, and Bob Barkley will be on the bases. Let's take a look at the starting lineup first for DGF. They're going to be announced by public address announcer Paul Quislin here in just a minute. But we'll go through them right now. Leading off playing center field will be Drew Martin. Hitting second and catching for DGF will be Xander Opsahl. He wears number 3. The 3-hitter for DGF leads the team in batting average with .474 batting average coming into tonight. Where's number 16, plays third base. It's Jace Baumgartner. Cleanup man leads the team in RBIs, 25 RBIs. Where's number 12, plays first base. It's Logan Tooney, batting 5th for DGF with a .591 on-base percent. 2 triples and 2 home runs. Leads the team in each of those categories. It's C.J. Mousseau. He's pitching tonight. More on his pitching stats to come in just a bit. Hitting 6th and playing shortstop will be Jack Seidler. Designated hitting for DGF is Ian Halverson. He wears number 18. Hitting 8th and playing left field, wearing number 33 will be Nolan Verdi. And the 9-hitter will be second baseman number 11, Mason Coling. Playing right field and being hit for is Matt Eilertson. He wears number 28. Once again, that's Drew Martin, Xander Opsahl, and Jace Baumgartner, followed by Logan Tooney, C.J. Mousseau, Jack Seidler, and 7, 8, 9 are Ian Halverson, Nolan Verdi, and Mason Coling. Matt Albertson playing out in right field. He's being hit for. DGF is coached by Brandon Watt and Gabe Backus. And the DGF Post 397 Junior Legion team comes in with a record of 14-7. For the Vikings, head coach Oakley DeBoard, his assistant Dean Wixo. They will go as follows. Cade Westby wears number 12, plays second base, hitting .234 on the year with a .345 on base percentage. Second guy, Tyler Gronwald, he'll be DHing today, wearing number 5, leads the team with 14 hits, 11 runs, and 7 stolen bases. Graham Hess hitting third. He's going to get his pitching debut of the 2025 season tonight. Hess hitting 3 and pitching. Max Bernier doing the dirty work. Where's number 7? Gabe Iverson batting 5th. Leads the team with 8 stolen bases. Mistake when I said Tyler's leading. He's not. Gabe is. 8 stolen bases. He's playing shortstop. Ivor is. Jeremy Knight playing center field tonight, batting 6th. He's got 4 doubles and 2 home runs, 14 RBIs, leading in all of those categories. Exciting news for Vikings fans. Fisher Johnson, he's been inactive due to an injury, but got permission to play ball early this morning. So for the first time in a long time, Fisher Johnson is competing. Great news for Fisher, his family, and for Vikings baseball. Fisher will be playing third base here tonight. Henry Kuznia batting 8th. Playing right field, and Jacob Pearson will be at first base with a .312 batting average and .463 on base percent. Braden Olson out in left field. Once again, Oakley DeBoard and Dean Wicks are the coaches. Vikings are 5-11. It goes Cade Westby, Tyler Gronwald, Graham Hess, Max Bernier, Gabe Iverson, Jeremy Knight, and Fisher Johnson, Henry Kuznia, and Jacob Pearson. National Anthem's about to go. We will step away and be back in 2 minutes with our final bit of the pregame show before opening pitch.
Is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Almaris alongside Wendy Bernier. 85 degrees outside, feels like 90, but there is a nice breeze of 15 to 20 mile an hour from the south-southeast coming in. No night is a bad night for baseball. Certainly an 85-degree day warrants some fun baseball ahead, and we're excited to be broadcasting on your live event. Special shout out to all our sponsors. Once again, we're very excited and happy to have the sponsors that allow us here in Kindred to provide video coverage of almost every single home game. If you're enjoying coverage, please thank the patrons, or excuse me, please thank and patronize the businesses that make this possible. If you're not enjoying it, please still do the same. Patronize those businesses and tell them thank you. Not only do you get to catch live action, but you get to go back and watch the games as well. One more look at starting lineups. First, we'll go around the horn for the Kindred Vikings. Pitching is Graham Hess, his 2025 pitching debut. His battery mate will be Max Bernier. Playing first will be Jacob Pearson. At second is Cade Westby. And at third, Fisher Johnson. Exciting to see Fisher Johnson out at third. Shortstop Gabe Iverson. And then left to right out in the outfield will be Braden Olson, Jeremy Knight. And in right field, Henry Kuznia. For the Dilworth-Glyndon-Felton DGF Post 397 Junior Legion, it's Drew Martin, Xander Opsahl, and Jace Baumgartner that are 1, 2, 3. Logan Tooney's the cleanup man. Drew Martin stepping to the plate now, leads the team with 22 hits. He's hitting .344 on the year with a .457 batting average. He swings at the first pitch and fouls that one back. First pitch, 6:29 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. Once again on a beautiful July 9th here in Kindred, North Dakota. Here's the 0-1 from Graham Hess. Up high, count goes to 1-1. Kindred's Babe Ruth team is in action as well. They were up 12-5 last check. 12 is that right? 12-5? Graham Hess throws a pitch just maybe a little bit in. Close, but it'll move the count 2-1. Hess working from the full, wearing number 4, black arm sleeve, throws that one in the dirt. Good stop by Bernier. It is officially 12-5 down in Hankinson for the Kindred Babe Ruth in the 4 innings complete there. Here's the 3-1 from Hess. Strike called on the outer corner. Good pitch by Hess. Once again, Drew Martin comes in hitting .344. Leads the team with 22 hits, an impressive 20 RBIs and 21 runs as well. And this one is way up high. And Martin, the leadoff man, has walked. That brings up Xander Opsahl, hitting .373 on the year with a .560 on base percent. He has team-leading 28 runs, 17 walks, and 24 stolen bases. An impressive set of stats there for Xander Opsahl. Hess working from the stretch, throws that super high, and it'll be ball 1. Jace Baumgartner waits in the wings. Drew Martin's on first. He walked. Got a full count. But ball 4 was nowhere close. And here's the 1-0. Again, nowhere close, way to the backstop. And that'll be a wild pitch that moves Martin to second base. Count goes 2-0. Hopefully Graham can find some strikes here and put them together. The 16-6 loss that the Vikings had to DGF was in large part because the Vikings walked 10 guys and made 5 errors. Here's a 3-0 count. Pitch number 10 coming. Hess has got some work to do. That's up high. So out of his 10 pitches, he's thrown 8 balls. And Xander Opsahl earns the freebie. Brings up Jace Baumgartner. Baumgartner Here comes Coach Oakley DeBoard. We'll see what Coach Oakley DeBoard has to say here as Jace Baumgartner with his .474 team-leading batting average and .500 on-base percent is going to step to the plate. Martin's on second. He walked. Opsal's on first. He walked. Graham Hess is on the mound. Oakley DeBoard having a good talk here. Probably could have stepped away, but thought maybe that was going to be a little shorter visit than it was. Jace Baumgartner, the 3-man, followed by Logan Tooney, and then C.J. Mousseau. Graham Hess on the mound. Once again facing Jace Baumgartner. Baumgartner is the third baseman who wears number 16. Once again leads his team in batting average with a .474 average. Hess checks second, checks again, kicks, looks back at second, and throws a ball. Count goes to 1-0. So 9 of the 11 pitches from Hess have been balls. Hess looking in for signs. Still looking. Comes set, looks at second again. Looks at second a third time, looks at second while he pitches. And this one's going to be a high pop fly out in the shallow center. Jeremy Knight comes in. Henry Kuznia comes in. Henry with the catch. That ball hung in the air for about 500 seconds. But thankfully for Vikings fans, Kuznia came in and caught it. It looked like it could be Cade Westby. It could have been Jeremy Knight. Henry Kuznia calls them all off and picks up the first out. Logan Tooney now up to bat. .370 batting averages, .439 on-base percent coming into today. Leads the team with 25 RBIs. He's got a couple of them sitting out there right now. Graham checks second, throws high. Tooney's playing first base, wears number 12. Hess still looking in at signs, comes set, checks second again, looks at second while he pitches and throws the ball outside. Good secondary by Drew Martin at second base. He's a good third of the way down to third. Anything in the dirt, and I would imagine Martin's going to be taking third base. This will be pitch number 15 for Hess. This one swung on and missed by Tooney. Tooney, Mousseau, and Seidler. One out here in the top of the first inning. Hot, sticky day, but that breeze feels good, especially here in Kindred coming into this box. This ball is hit out to right field. Henry Kuznia moving back. He falls, and the ball's going to go to the fence. Jeremy Knight's going to pick it up. Martin's going to come around and score. Opsal's right behind him. Tooney's going to go for third. Relay to third base. Are they going to get it? No. It's going to be a 2 RBI triple. RBIs 26 and 27 on the season for Logan Tooney. He hit that ball hard. Kuznia looked like he had a beat on it. Then he fell. Martin scores, Opsal scores, Tooney's at third, C.J. Mousseau is up to bat. 27 RBIs for Tooney. That's an impressive number of RBIs. C.J. Mousseau has a .591 on-base percent. That's also pretty impressive. He's got 2 triples and 2 home runs on the year. This one is hit over the fence, but the foul fence. C.J. Mousseau doing the pitching tonight. Talk a little bit more about his pitching stats when he comes to the mound. Here's the 0-2, 1 out in the top of the first. Low for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, man on third, 2-0, top of the first. Here's the kick. Ball taken low. Counts evened up at 2-2. 20 pitches now for Hess. Cubs are in Minnesota. That game just about to go or get underway. That pitch just missed a little high. The count goes to 3-2. I would suspect if Hess walks this guy, he might be done. Here's the kick. A foul ball. And we'll reset and do it again. Twins are 44-47 on the year, hosting a 54-37 Cub team. That was a pitch that looked real good. And I'm not sure where that one missed, but C.J. Mousseau drew a walk. And it'll be first and third here for DGF. Mousseau on first, Tooney on third. Jack Seidler, shortstop. Where's number 27? Hits 316. He's up to bat now. Ian Halverson on deck. Here's the first and third. Mousseau takes off for second. Bernier throws it all the way through. Nice play by the Kindred Vikings. Great job by Max Bernier. He throws out Mousseau. Viking fans might be thinking, well, he should have been out on strike 3, but they got him on the next pitch. Great play. Cade Westby running a phenomenal deke there. And Gabe Iverson at second puts the tag on him, and it's out number 2. Count I know is 1. Well, I don't know what the count is because I can't remember. I don't know what they called that pitch there. It's 1-1 or 2-1 or no, it's not 1-1. It's 2-1 or 1-2. Looks like 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Man on third. There's a strike. Count goes to 2-2. Martin's in, Opsal's in. Thanks to Logan Tooney's 2 RBI triple. Tooney's on third. Here's the 2-2 to Seidler up high, and it's 3-2. Pitch number 29 coming. Three balls, 2 strikes. Seidler's up to bat. Ian Halverson waits on deck if he's given the opportunity. Here's the kick and the pitch. Ball's hit out to the right side, and Cade Westby snares that one pretty good. And after 1/2 inning of play, DGF leads 2-0. They got 2 runs on 1 hit. They left 1 on base. There were no Viking errors. And we go to the bottom of the first. Once again, DGF leads 2-0.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred. DGF leads the Vikings by a score of 2-0. DGF defensively will have C.J. Mousseau on the mound. He's pitched 11 innings this year. He's 1-1 with a 7.6 ERA. He's struck out 15 in his 11 innings, averages over a strikeout an inning. He's walked only 5 guys all season, so a control guy who strikes out a lot of people. His partner in crime will be Xander Opsal, doing the dirty work. At first is Logan Tooney. Second, Mason Coling. And at third is Jace Baumgartner. Shortstop for DGF will be Jack Seidler. Left to right, Nolan Verdi, Drew Martin, and Matt Eilertson. And the Vikings bring to the plate Cade Westby, batting .234, .345 on base percentage, scored 10 runs. He'll be followed by Tyler Gronwald and Graham Hess. Pitches a ball. Max Bernier bats cleanup. Gabe Iverson 5, Jeremy Knight 6, and 7, 8, 9 are Fisher Johnson, Henry Kuznia, and Jacob Pearson. First pitch is a ball by Mousseau. This ball's chopped to the left side, foul. Mousseau. Very French sounding name. I don't know the Mousseaus, but I would assume French. So almost like French fries and French bread, French toast. The French Mousseau throws strike number 2. Ooh, we just got big offer on the table to put my wife on the headset next to me. She declined. Here's the 1-2. Ball. Oh my goodness. That was a very unfortunate strike 3 call on Cade Westby. It was a curveball that looked like it was going over the plate, and Cade Westby held up nicely. Bring up Tyler Gronwald. He's hitting .304 with a .448 on base percent. 14 hits for Gronwald this season. That leads the team. 11 runs scored and 7 stolen bases. The 11 runs also is a team leading. Gronwald designated hitting tonight, and he smokes that one to the left side. Base hit for Gronwald. It's his 15th hit of the year. Gronwald pitched last night against Castleton. Did a very nice job. A little bit of arm soreness won him the opportunity to just hit, and he did a fantastic job of doing that. 6 2/3 innings pitched last night, struck out 10, and picked up the win for the Vikings at Castleton. He only gave up 4 hits. Excellent outing for Gronwald. There's a strike taken by Graham Hess. Hess hitting .333 with a .529 on base percent. Where's number 4 pitching tonight and hitting third. Gronwald has 7 stolen bases on the year. He's on first right now. Here's the kick, and it goes by the catcher for a wild pitch. Little surprise there that Gronwald didn't take off for second and pick up his ace stolen base, as Mousseau had a pretty large kick. In any case, it's 1-1 with 1 out and 1 man on to Hess. That ball is taken outside. Count will go to 2-1. So Mousseau has struck out over 1 person an inning, and he's got 1 strikeout here already today. This one fouled back. He's got some good velocity on his fastball. Mousseau does. Wonder what his CJ stands for. Claude-Jean Mousseau. That ball's hit out to right field, and it's going to be caught by the right fielder, Matt Eilertson. Matt Eilertson catches that one, and it'll be a F9. Bringing up cleanup man and catcher, number 7, Max Bernier. Bernier hitting .200 with a .333 on base percent. Had potentially the most controversial call go for him last night in the Legion game. Bernier did. And by potentially, I mean it was the most controversial call. Slide into home. Max got the safe call. Tied the game with that run. And then Carson Getty smashed home the game winner as the Vikings defeated West Fargo Vets last night. This ball's hit out to shallow left. A little bit of confusion, and the ball falls. It'll be an error, and Gronwald will come home. So the Vikings catch a break. Max Bernier reaches on an E to Doesn't matter to me if you call it E7 or E6. What's the official man going with down there? E6.5. That's a good call. E6.5. And it works out perfectly because 6.5 is right between 6 and 7, and that's where that ball fell. That'll bring up Gabe Iverson. 351 batting average. He has 13 hits on the year, 1 behind now, 2 behind Tyler Gronwald. Leads the team with 8 stolen bases. See what he can do with an 0-1 count. 2 outs here. He chops that one foul. So the Vikings pick up an unearned run and cut the lead in half. It's 2-1 here. Gabe Iverson will be followed by Jeremy Knight. Knight been a dangerous hitter. When he hits the ball, it's usually hit hard. 0-2 pitch here to Ivor. See if he can. Oh, Max Bernier takes off. Doesn't matter. Swing and a miss. And Gabe Iverson goes down swinging. Vikings do get 1 run on 1 hit. They leave 1 on base, and there was 1 DGF error. After 1 complete, the Vikings trail post 397 out of DGF by a score of 2-1.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Kindred. Beautiful Wednesday evening. An action-packed week here in Kindred. Monday, the Babe Ruth were in town. We had that game on your live event. The Babe Ruth defeated Castleton. Tuesday, the Legion A team was in town, split against the West Fargo Vets. We had that on your live event. Tonight, we're here with the Legion B. Tomorrow, we've got Babe Ruth action. Mike and Wendy Bernier will call Babe Ruth game versus Valley City. Friday kicks off the Essentia Health Tournament, Legion Class A Tournament. The Legion team will be on air at 3 o'clock versus Seward and 8 o'clock versus Mandan. Saturday, more of that tournament. Legion team plays at 2 versus Watertown and 7 versus Wapaton. And Sunday, there will be more games here as well. Action-packed stuff going on in Kindred. Ian Halverson up to bat. He's the DH, swings and falls that back. He'll be followed by Nolan Verdi and Mason Coling. It's a 7-8-9 guys for DGF. Ian, where's number 18? He's hitting 255 coming into today. Here's the 0-1 from Graham. Ball taken low and outside. All kinds of action here. Wimbledon well underway. Fun tournament to watch. That goes through the 13th. 4 more days of, actually 3 more days, 10, 11, 12, no, 4 more days. Here's the 2-1, swung on, hit out to center field. Jeremy Knight comes in and makes the catch. Jeremy Knight snares that nicely out in center. And the 7-hitter is retired, F8. Bring up the 8-hitter, left fielder number 33, Nolan Verdi. Verdi bats left-handed and is hitting 240 coming into today. Here's the pitch. So Eric Iverson's running the scoreboard next to me. We were talking off the air that Kindred and DGF have played this year a Legion game, Legion A game, swing and a miss there, goes to 1-1. A Legion A game in Kindred, a Legion A game in Sioux Falls in a tournament, This Junior Legion team took on the 16U. Swing and a miss there, goes to 1-2. And this Junior Legion team these two Junior Legion teams played each other as well. So this is the 5th time DGF and Kindred have met this year in Legion baseball. And I'll walk through it. Junior Legion beat 16U and lost to this team. The Kindred teams did, so that's 1-1. The Kindred A Legion lost to DGF in Sioux Falls, but beat them here in Kindred. So it's 2-2. This is the official rubber match of the DGF Kindred games. Two very evenly matched programs, proud programs as well. A lot of respect for one another. Here's the 2-2. Ooh, nice pitch. Just taken a little bit outside. And it's 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out to Nolan Verdi. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Graham Hess, welcome to the strikeout club. Graham, first strikeout of the year for Graham Hess. And that'll bring up Mason Coling, second baseman who wears number 11. Batting 77 coming into tonight. Pitch number 41 from Graham. Swing and a miss. Speak a little bit more of the DGF Kindred games. Seems like every year these two programs get a chance to face off against each other. Here's a little hopper to Hess. He throws the changeup over to Pearson, who has to come off the bag. And not quite how you draw it up, but it doesn't matter because they pick up the 3rd out. The DGF post 397 Junior Legion get no hits, no runs. They leave nobody on base, and there were no Viking errors after a 1 1/2 inning of play. It's the DGF post 397 Junior Legion 2 and the Kindred Vikings 1.
Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred. Some good tunes pumping here as always by Mr. Eric Iverson. Vikings with a very good top half of the second inning. Graham Hess got a fly out to center, a strikeout, and a ground out back to him. And now they'll come back to the plate and bring up a dangerous Jeremy Knight, followed by Fisher Johnson and Henry Kuznia. And then Jacob Pearson. It's 6, 7, 8, 9 for the Vikings. Nice strike pitch there by Claude-Jean Mousseau. Also goes by C.J. Mousseau. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. I was talking before we went to break that DGF and Kindred have played each other almost every year now since 2017, at least once a summer. And it's been a fun rivalry. They've played in Dilworth, they've played in Kindred, they've played in Sioux Falls, and they've played as far away as Waupun, Wisconsin in the Central Plains Regional back in 2019 when both DGF and Kindred prevailed as state champions. In fact, I was the coach of that team, and we last night the Vikings played the West Fargo Vets, and their head coach was on the 2019 DGF team. I'm going to forget his name. Maybe Quiz, you can do that research. It was Nate something. Nate, the guy who's getting married on Friday, who was a 2019 DGF champion and now the coach of West Fargo Vets. Leitner. Nate Leitner. Fun man to visit with. Got to share some of our favorite Waupun stories together. And, yep, they wore their camo jerseys that game, and we wore our red, white, and blue America jerseys and got a fun picture together. Jeremy Knight, 2-2 count to C.J. Mousseau. From C.J. Mousseau. It's a ball taken outside, and the count goes to 3-2. Good at bat by Jeremy. Jeremy hitting .283 on the year, 13 hits. He has 4 doubles, 2 home runs, and 14 RBIs. Leads in doubles, home runs, and RBIs. There he watches strike 3. And that's strikeout number 3 for Mousseau. Mousseau coming into today seemed to be a strikeout pitcher. 15 strikeouts in 11 innings pitched. And he already has 3 more to add to that total. He's up to 18. Swing and a miss there by Fisher Johnson. So Fisher Johnson wears number 23 and plays third base. He's been out with an injury, had surgery this winter. This is his debut. So no matter what happens here, it sure is great to see Fisher Johnson up to bat. It's his first at bat of the season, and if you're asking Fisher, it couldn't have come any sooner. Here he chops one to the right side, and it gets through. Great to see Fisher up to bat, and absolutely fantastic to see him lead this season off with a base hit. Fisher Johnson is officially batting 1,000 on the year. Number 23 punches that ball to the right side. And now let's see if his teammates can bring him around. Henry Kuznia, where's number 33, plays right field. Or maybe Fisher gets greedy and starts stealing bases. This one's hit up the middle to the shortstop, flip to the second baseman, and that'll be a double play, a twin killer, as Henry Kuznia is put out on the 6-4-3 double play, retires Fisher at second. And that'll be how things end here in the second. The Vikings get no runs on 1 hit. They leave nobody on base, and there were no DGF errors. After 2 complete, it's DGF 2. The Vikings won.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Hey fans, welcome back to Kindred. Through our fantastic investigative reporting, we got a phone coming across there, and you're going to see that picture we were talking about back in 2019 of the, let's see, there we go, the DGF Kindred Vikings back in 2019. Just not focusing all that great here. Let's see, there we go. Oop, keepers. Almost had everything fall down there. There we go. That's DGF and Kindred back in 2019. Picture taken in Waupun. And there's a diamond cutter up the middle by leadoff man Drew Martin. He smashes that into center field, and he's on for the second time. He walked in the first and then ended up scoring. Drew Martin came in with a team leading 22 hits. He's now up to 23, and that'll bring up Xander Opsahl. Walked and scored in the first. He's hitting .373 on the year. Leads the team in 28 runs scored, 17 walks, and 24 stolen bases. Actually, 18 walks now because he walked in the first. Xander Opsahl, Jace Baumgartner on deck, and then Logan Tooney in the hole. Martin, Opsahl each walked, and then Tooney had a big triple that scored them both, and that's how DGF has both of their runs. Here's the 1-0 high to Opsahl. Once again, Graham Hess making his pitching debut. Had a rough first inning, but a very clean second inning. Third inning was led off by Drew Martin, hitting the ball to center, and this ball is hit out to left center field. Knight makes his way to his right, and Knight to his right makes the catch, and then gives left fielder Braden Olson some glove love. It'll be a F8 for Opsahl. Martin stays at first, and that'll bring up Jace Baumgartner. Baumgartner flew out to right in his first at-bat. He leads the team with a .474 batting average. Like to see that out of a three-hitter. And then Logan Tooney, the dangerous Logan Tooney, waits in the wings. DGF had a twin killing the last inning. We'll see if the Vikings can do the same. Here's a strike taken. Count goes to 0-1. Game kicked off at 6:29, 34 minutes old as we sit in the top of the third inning here. Hess about to throw pitch 48. It's a ball taken up high. Kindred Vikings, Babe Ruth is victorious by a score of 18-5 down in Hankinson. They'll be making their way back now. They just went down for a single 7. So if you're a Babe Ruth parent, you can expect your son home in about 2 hours. Unless they head to the Morton Pond. Is that a thing? Oh, team bonding at the Morton Pond tonight. That'll be exciting. So check that, parents. Boys are going swimming tonight after their 18-5 victory in Hankinson. That was pitch 50 from Hess. Comes Coach Wixo. Coach Wixo takes a little while to get out to the mound, so we're going to take a break here. We'll see. He also likes to talk, so we'll see you back sometime.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Write it down, ladies and gentlemen. July 9th, 7:05, the fastest conversation Dean Wixo has ever had. 30 seconds is all that took. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and that pitch is up high. It'll be a walk. So Martin goes to second. Jace Baumgartner walks. Third walk issued by Hess. Fourth walk issued by Hess, Hess has walked 4 and given up 2 hits. One of them was to Logan Tooney, and it was a big triple. In fact, it was the same situation, guys on first and second, with 1 out. We'll see what Tooney does with his second at bat. He takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. The triple he had was to right field. Kuzhnia had a bead on it. Maybe wouldn't have made the catch, but was at least looking like he was going to make a play and then trip. This one's hit high and deep out to left field. Braden Olson gets back and makes a very nice play on that catch, on that ball. He makes a very nice catch on that ball. A big catch out in left field by Braden Olson. I'm going to circle that. That's going to be a ballot maker for connection of the game. If he does not catch that ball, that's at least a run, if not 2 scoring. And we'll see if that proves to be a big moment in today's game. So Tooney smokes 2 balls. One of them's a triple with 2 RBIs. The next one is a flyout. That'll bring up C.J. Mousseau, the pitcher. He walked in the first and then was thrown out stealing. Takes the ball upstairs. It's 1-0 with 2 outs here. Baumgartner at first, Martin at second. 2 outs. Hess really likes to take a look at that guy on second, but throws a strike. Swing and a miss by C.J. Mousseau. Team leading .591 on base percent. 2 triples and 2 home runs for C.J. Mousseau. Just a little bit high there. Graham has settled in nicely here. When he's missing now, he's typically not missing by a whole lot. Pitch number 57 coming from the righty. Here's the kick and the pitch. Just a little high again, 3-1. Baumgartner on first, Martin on second. Mousseau up to bat, Hess on the mound, Bernier catching. 3-1. This ball's hit right at Fisher Johnson, and Fisher Johnson, he's making his debut. He has a single, and now he catches a liner at the hot corner. Fisher Johnson retires DGF. They get no runs on 1 hit. They leave 2 on base, and there were no Viking errors. It remains DGF 2. Vikings coming to bat here with 1 run in the bottom of the third. See you back in a minute.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neillsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Hey fans, welcome back in here. Josh Omeris alongside Wendy Bernier. We're excited to be covering some American Legion, Junior Legion baseball action. Vikings trail 2-1. They'll bring up their 9-1 2-hitters, Jacob Pearson, and then top of the order, Cade Westby, Tyler Gronwald. Pearson takes a strike. He's playing first base, wears number 11. Batting .312 on the year with a .463 on base percent. Here's the 0-1 from Mousseau. Taken low. Mousseau throws low, and it's 1-1. Centennial Classic in Millbank, South Dakota this coming weekend. They're celebrating 100 years of American Legion baseball. Citizenship through sportsmanship. Here's a ball chopped out, foul. It'll move the count to 1-2. Millbank, South Dakota, the home of Legion baseball, which has officially been around for 100 years now. Lemoore, Glenwood, Laurie, and Broken Bow are going to be the teams playing in this tournament. This ball's chopped up the middle, fielded nicely by the shortstop, and thrown across to Tooney for out number 1. That's Seidler to Tooney for a 6-3 put out. And the leadoff man, Jacob Pearson, is retired. That'll turn things back around to the official leadoff man, Cade Westby. Plays second base, wears number 12, hitting .234 on the year. .345 on base percent. 10 runs scored for Westby. That's 1, now 2 behind the team leader Tyler Gronwald, who has 12. Gronwald, the only run scored in this game. There's a ball taken outside. Westby struck out in the first on a tough call. Curveball looked to be off the plate. That ball behind Westby, and it's 3-0 now. Once again, DGF comes in today with a 14-7 record. The Vikings 5-11, but 8 of those losses have amazingly come by 3 or less. This is a Junior Legion team that has been very competitive and just unfortunately lost a lot of close battles. Earlier when these two teams met, DGF won 16-6, but the Vikings walked 10 and made 5 errors. Cade Westby earns a walk. That walk is brought to you by Express Lane, where you can walk right over, get some ice cream, pizza, subs, fountain pop, all kinds of fantastic things, just like Express Lane is a fantastic sponsor of your live event. Once again, if you're enjoying coverage of your live event throughout the summer, please patronize and thank all of our businesses that are making it possible. Here's a chop ball to third base, thrown to first. Nice play there by Jace Baumgartner. He thought about throwing to second base and maybe could have, but decided otherwise. So Gronwald is put out on the 5-3 putout, and Graham Hess with a big opportunity here. Graham Hess has a runner in scoring position and an opportunity to help his own cause. Westby at second, Hess up to bat. He's hitting .333, takes the ball outside. Max Bernier on deck. Hess is the 3 hitter. Bernier is the 4 hitter. 2 outs here. This will be pitch number 40 for C.J. Mousseau. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 here with 2 outs in the third. Hess walked the first 2 guys of the game, Martin and Opsal, and that's the only 2 runs that have scored. He's settled in fantastically. Now he has an opportunity to help offensively his defensive cause. He's in a hole now, 1-2. Westby reached on a walk and then went to second on the on the ground out off the bat of Gronwald. This ball's chopped to the left side. It gets through. Westby stops. The third baseman was running over, and Westby stopped for a moment. It was hit pretty hard out to left field, so not sure he would have been able to score even if he didn't have to hesitate. So a good hit by Hess, especially with a 1-2 count. And that'll bring up Max Bernier. First and third for the Vikings. Graham Hess on first, Cade Westby on third, and Max Bernier will be up to bat. But there will be a pitching change for DGF. We'll step away, and when we come back in about 90 seconds, we'll have all those changes. Let's see what's going to happen. Vikings trail 2-1, but they're threatening here in the bottom of the third.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com. Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Hey fans, welcome back. Simple changes for DGF. It's a straight switch, first to third, third to first. So C.J. Mousseau is done, and he'll move over to third base. And third baseman Jace Baumgartner, now on the mound. C.J. Mousseau's line will read 2 2/3 innings pitched. Right now, just 1 run, and it was an unearned run. 3 Ks, 3 hits, 1 walk. He is responsible for runners on first and third. So his teammate Jace Baumgartner is hoping to end the line for C.J. Mousseau with just the one run. Max Bernier, on the other hand, with his 200 batting average, 333 on base percent, is hoping to tack another run or two onto that list. Here's a fake bunt, steal, and Hess reaches second. No problemo. So 2 runners in scoring position. Not only a chance for the Vikings to tie it up, but potentially take the lead. This ball smashed out to right field. Right fielder's moving back. It's over his head, and that'll be an extra base hit for Max. That'll score Cade Westby. That'll score Graham Hess. And Max Bernier with a big 2 RBI stand-up double gives the Moose antlers to his teammates. And just like that, the Vikings lead DGF 2 RBI double off the bat of Max Bernier. And that now means that C.J. Mousseau, his line will end with 3 runs, 2 of them earned. And he is now on the hook for the loss for DGF. Max Bernier on second. Gabe Iverson looking to keep this rally going for the Vikings. The walk by Westby, it was a 1-out walk, and then he advanced to second on Gronwald's ground out. Graham Hess reached on a single and stole second. Max Bernier smashed that to right. Here's a hit hard up the middle. Nice play by the shortstop. He throws over to first base. Excellent by Seidler. Excellent play. Seidler he got the first out of the inning. Seidler throwing on a toonie, and he did it again there. So the Vikings in the bottom of the third pick up 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 1 on base, and there were no DGF errors. We have a new score after 3 complete. It's the Kindred Vikings 3 and DGF 2.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hey fans, welcome back. More exciting news for Kindred Viking fans. We talked about Fisher Johnson making his debut tonight, and in that hitting debut, he got a base hit. Now Fisher Johnson makes his pitching debut. Had a great year last year for the Babe Ruth team. Fisher Johnson takes the ball here in the 4th inning. He's on the bump. Braden Olson replaces him at third base. Graham Hess moved over to first, and Jacob Pearson out and left. So a few defensive changes for the Vikings. Once again, Graham Hess goes to first, Braden Olson goes to third, Pearson goes to left, and Fisher Johnson on the mound for the Kindred Vikings, throwing his first pitches of the 2025 season. Exciting to see that. He'll face Jack Seidler, Ian Halverson, and Nolan Verdi, the 6, 7, 8 guys. Seidler had a hard hit ball right at Cade Westby, the second baseman, in the first. Pitch just taken a little bit high. Seidler, the shortstop, and he has played very good here today. That's a ball hit our hard right field, but Henry Kuznia takes that liner and watches it all the way into his glove. I was just saying, Seidler had a nice double play, caught it on a hop off his glove, and then gloved it over to his counterpart, Coling, to start a 6-4-3 double play, and then he had two nice plays in the third. Seidler has smoked the ball twice and has no hits to show for it. One of them found Cade Westby, the second baseman's glove. That one found the right fielder, Henry Kuznia's glove. Here's the 0-1, taken up high to Ian Halverson. Where's number 18, the designated hitter? Flew out to center in the second, hitting 255 on the year. Ooh, nice curveball. Definitely fooled Halverson. I thought for a second it fooled home plate ump Chris Larson, but he stuck with it, called it a strike. It's 1-2. Fisher didn't like something there. And now he looks in. Johnson. Swing and a miss by Halverson. And Johnson picks up his first strikeout of the year. Him and Graham Hess, after tonight, are the new members of the Strikeout Club, just as important as the Pink Pony Club. The Pink Pony Strikeout Club. Fisher Johnson and Graham Hess, welcome aboard. Here's a pitch on the outside corner by Nolan Verdi. Verdi did strike out in the second. He's playing left field. Where's number 33? And is hitting 240 on the year. That ball is swung on and fouled back. Fisher, Magic, Johnson. Magic Johnson wore 23 too? No. 32, the opposite of Michael Jordan. There we go. 0-2. Swing, great battle by Nolan Verdi. Verdi fouled off a nasty curveball there. Battled to see another pitch. What will he do with this pitch? Here we go. Swing and a miss. And Fisher Johnson picks up his second strikeout. And in his pitching debut, he goes 1-2-3. Line out to right, strikeout, strikeout. Vikings, after 3.5, continue to lead this game by a score of 3-2. See you back in 60 seconds for the bottom of the fourth.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft-serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Hey fans, welcome back in. Josh Almaris alongside Wendy Bernier. Twins lead 3-0, taking it to the Cubs. Cubs come in with a significantly more impressive record than the Twins, and the Twins beat them last night, and they're up 3-0. Typical Minnesota Twins fashion, build your hopes up, only to crush them down. Dan Nathan was up in the booth earlier with his Minnesota Vikings disappointed shirt on. If you're a Vikings fan, not only do you understand that, but you probably have the same purple and gold shirt in your closet. Jeremy Knight, Fisher Johnson, and Henry Kuznia go to work here for the Vikings. Jeremy Knight hits 283 coming into tonight. Struck out in the second. Swings and misses there. It's a 1-1 count. He leads the team with 4 doubles, 2 home runs, and 14 RBIs. His 13 hits, which is just 2 off of the team leading 15 that Tyler Gronwald has. Here's the 1-1. Swing, sliced out to left. That might be trouble. It's not. Left fielder Nolan Verdi catches that, moving to his right. And it'll be a fly out to lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth. Fisher Johnson hitting 7th, batting 1,000 on the year. He had his only at bat in the second to the right side of the infield, got a single, and then was immediately rewarded with his teammate Henry Kuznia hitting into a double play. Fisher watches strike 2, and he's in a hole here, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 with 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Yeah, he almost did that. It looked like a good pitch. Must have been outside. It was almost good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And that's a very close miss again. So he got the good morning and the good afternoon, and then he's like a typical toddler, right? He's not going to bed. I need water, I need another story. My tummy hurts. All the excuses out there. I need to brush my teeth for the 4th time. What else you got, Eric? There's a monster under the bed. My stuffy is dirty. Here's the 2-2. This one fouled out of play. And Johnson, he makes the basket. He makes the basket. That is on camera. Put that on some YouTube thing. Fisher Johnson, welcome to the game. He drains it in the trash can. There's someone going over there to verify. He's wearing a green hat. Pull that out. Pull that out. Come on. That's just hold it up like you caught it at a baseball game. Maybe you can't find it or there's something gross in there. But that you couldn't try to do that a million times. Fisher, thank goodness Chris Larson did not ring him up because that would not have happened. And Fisher Johnson having a great battle. There they are. We got to zoom in on that, Wendy. Zoom in on that guy getting that. Did he get it? Did he get the ball? Come on. Nope. The garbage bag is off. Is there a ball in his hand? It had to. Yep. Nope. I can't see him. Here's a ball that's smashed out to right field. The right fielder, Eilertson, can't get it down. It's a one-hopper to the fence. Johnson into second. And my goodness, Fisher Johnson, have a day. Still batting 1,000. Got a base hit in the second. Smokes a double now. Right after, he makes a basket into the trash can on a foul ball. And unofficially, they did get the ball out of the garbage, so that's good. Fisher Johnson is on second, and Henry Kuznia up to bat playing right field. This ball is hit, high fly ball to the infield. Second baseman Coling makes the catch. It's Mason Coling. Records a second out, and that'll bring up Jacob Pearson. Pearson batting 9, grounded out to short in the third. Once again, Johnson on second. 2 outs here. Jacob Pearson batting, playing left field. Hitting .312 on the year, coming into today with a .463 on base percent. Like I said, he grounded out to short to lead things off in the third. Shortstop Jack Seidler, a nice little shortstop. Oh, that's not going to make the garbage can. I didn't mean to get so excited about that. I guess it's the simple things in life, but I've seen many baseball games, and I've never seen a foul ball trash can shot. That ball, nice play by Seidler. He throws across the diamond. Did he stay on? No, he did not. Ball's going all the way across the diamond to third base where Fisher Johnson rounded. And Jacob Pearson going to reach on the air. Fisher Johnson moves down to third. Johnson did have to stutter just a little bit as that ball was hit in front of him. And a big opportunity here for the Vikings. Pearson on first. Fisher Johnson on third. Cade Westby, the leadoff man, up to bat. He walked and scored in the third, struck out in the first. That ball's in the dirt. Great run-saving stop by Xander Opsahl. Once again, Jace Baumgartner on the mound. This ball's hit to third base. Third base bobbles, picks it up, throws across, and in time as Cade Westby is retired. Good job there by C.J. Mousseau to stick with that ground ball and throw it over to Logan Tooney for the final out. So in the fourth inning, the Vikings pick up no runs on one hit. They leave 2 on base. There was one DGF error, and the score remains after 4, Vikings 3, DGF 2.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Hey fans, welcome back to Kindred. Been a great baseball game here as we have just gone over the halfway point. 4 complete here in Kindred. Great battle between 2 very good programs, proud programs, 2 programs that respect each other a significant amount. We talked earlier that this is the 5th DGF Kindred matchup between Junior Legion and Legion teams, and right now the season series is 2-2, so we'll call this the rubber match. And the way the game started, DGF was up 2-0. Vikings answered in the first, scoring 1, make it 2-1. And then in the third, the Vikings had a double off the bat of Max Bernier that tied and scored the game. And that's where we stand right now with the Vikings leading 3-2. Up to bat is Mason Coling. Second baseman takes strike 1. He grounded out to Graham Hess, who was pitching at the time, in the second. Graham Hess caught a little 3-hopper and then threw a knuckle-ish ball over to first. Pearson had to come off the bay and tag Coling out. Johnson throws that one high. It's 2-1. So it'll be 9-1-2. Coling, Martin, Opsahl for DGF. Coling hits 77. A guy you definitely want to challenge if you're Fisher Johnson. 3-1 here. Strike is very important to any 9 hitter, any leadoff hitter. We'll see what happens. This ball swing and a miss by Coling. Johnson came on in the 4th. He's in his second inning of work. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a pop-up, shallow right field. Cade Westby and Henry Kuznia. Henry Kuznia makes the catch out and right. A nice catch running in by Henry Kuznia. And Henry Kuznia has been a bit busy out there. That's his 3rd catch of the night. He also had the triple hit over his head. So he's seen a lot of action out there. 1 up, 1 down as the leadoff man Drew Martin is up to bat. He has yet to get out today. He walked and scored in the first and then had a single in the third. He takes a ball up high. Hitting .344 with a .457 on base percent. There's a ball, a Spall. He has 23 hits on the year, Martin does, leads the team, also has 20 RBIs and 21 runs. 3-0 to Martin. Center fielder, where's number 7? Johnson agrees with Bernier. Throws a strike. Well, Johnson was a main pitcher for the Babe Ruth championship team last year. They had a lot of good pitchers, as many state championship teams do. Fisher Johnson, a part of the 2024 State Class B Babe Ruth champs, had an injury during wrestling season and has been sitting out of everything since then. So to see him on the mound is great. To see him at the plate is great. But the way he has performed tonight has been even more exciting. Here's the 3-2, taken up high. Good at bat by Drew Martin. Excellent little ball player, Drew Martin is. He had to work for that walk. Fouled a couple back, fought, and then earned himself a walk there. And Martin will be on first with one out, and Xander Opsahl, the two-hitter, up to bat. Opsahl leading the team in several categories, including his 28 runs scored, 29 runs scored, 17, now 18 walks, and 24 stolen bases. Hits 373, on base percent of 560. Impressive stats there for Opsahl. 1-0 pitch here coming to Xander. He puts down the bunt. Good jump there by Braden Olson. And it's going to pull Hess off the base. So Opsahl gets a bunt. It's going to be an E5. I was very impressed with the attack that Braden Olson had of that ball, but he wasn't able to throw it to Hess in a spot that he could stay on the base. And it'll be the first Viking error of the night. Bring up Jace Baumgartner. Hits 474. Yeah, you're right. That would be a sack and an E. Suppose it would go down as a sack and an E5. So it won't hurt. It won't hurt Xander's batting average. It won't affect Fisher's ERA. That pitch is thrown high. It's 2-0. Jace Baumgartner flew out to right in the first and walked in the third. He's pitching today, and he takes ball 3. 3-0. Logan Tooney waits in the wings, and if there's a guy I would not want to face with the bases loaded, it would be Tooney. Tooney already has 2 RBIs. Triple hit hard to right. He also smoked the ball to left, but Braden Olson, playing left at the time, caught it. It's a big pitch coming here. There's a lot of big little moments in a baseball game, and this is no doubt one of them. Fisher Johnson versus Jace Baumgartner. 3-2, 1 out. Getting an out here would be huge for the Vikings. Let's see what Jace Baumgartner does against Fisher Johnson. Here's the pitch. Just a little bit high, and that'll load him up. Martin to third, Opsahl to second, and Jace Baumgartner to first. And that will warrant a visit from head coach Oakley DeBoer. We'll take a break, 30 seconds here, as Logan Tooney is going to be batting with the bases juiced in the top of the 5th. 1 out. Come back in 30 and see what happens.
Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota.
Hey fans, we were going to come back, but there is a pitching change on the mound right now, so I'll talk briefly about that, and then we'll take another break. Cade Westby going to be called in To mitigate the damage here, Cade Westby going to be the new pitcher when we come back. He's going to be pitching with one out in the fifth. Baumgartner on first, Opsahl on second, and Martin on third. The dangerous Logan Tooney going to be coming to the plate. Tooney has 2 RBIs on a triple in the first. The only runs batted into this game for DGF. He hit a ball hard out to left in the third. We'll step away. We'll have all the changes when we come back in about 30 seconds. Once again, Cade Westby going to be on the mound pitching with the bases loaded.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd Our World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code.
Hey fans, welcome back. Cade Westby on the mound, Fisher Johnson to third, and Braden Olson to second. Here's a pitch to Tooney, and it's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Got back just in time here. Jacob Pearson out and left, better be ready. Same with Cougny and Knight. Here's a pitch, high, 1-1. Cade Westby on the bump for the Vikings. Fisher Johnson's current line is 1 1/3 innings pitched. He struck out 2, walked 2. He's responsible for all 3 runners on base. This ball's hit to the left side, and it's the seeing eye single, going to score 2. Jacob Pearson runs in, but not before both Drew Martin and Xander Opsahl score, and DGF has taken a 4-3 lead. Baseball can be a cruel game. Fisher Johnson, in his debut, pitched a phenomenal fourth, got into trouble in the fifth. He's on the hook for the loss. Bad news for him, good news for CJ Mousseau. He is now off the hook for his loss. Cade Westby checks second, throws low to CJ Mousseau. CJ Mousseau now playing third base. Hitting 280 on the year. Walked in the first, caught stealing in the first, and then he hit a hard line drive right at Fisher Johnson in the third, right before Fisher came on to pitch. There's a strike taken. It's 1-1 with 1 out. Cade Westby, where's number 12? Coming in from second base. Braden Olson replaced him, who was playing third, and Fisher replaced him, who was on the mound. Here's a ball hit again, same exact spot, deja vu. Jacob Pearson misses the ball, still has it, and that ball goes to Fisher. That's some pretty sloppy play there, but nothing happened as a result of it. So Tooney goes to second. Jace Baumgartner goes to third. CJ Mousseau reaches on the single, and it's Jack Seidler. Seidler has hit the ball hard twice. A liner to second and a liner to right. There's a one hop to Fisher Johnson. Throws home. Could it be? It is. The 5-1-2 double play. Wow, I tell you, excuse me, the 5-2-1, 5-2-3. We'll get it right eventually. 5-2-3 double play. Jack Seidler, talk about baseball being a cruel game. The young man has hit the ball really hard 3 times and has 4 outs to show for it. He smoked that ball, but Fisher Johnson made a phenomenal play. Threw it home to get Baumgartner. Max Bernier threw it on to first base to take out Seidler. As a twin killing, and that ends things, but DGF picks up the lead. They now lead 4-3 after 4.5. We'll be back in a minute for the bottom of the 5th.
Settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a very entertaining and fun game here in Kindred. It's a game that's seen 3 lead changes. DGF took the lead in the first. The Vikings cut that lead into half by scoring a run in the bottom of the first, and then took the lead in the third. Now the DGF post 397 Junior Legion team has retaken that lead in the fifth with a 2 RBI single from Logan Tooney. Logan Tooney, a pretty ho-hum day. A triple, a single, and all 4 runs batted in from Logan Tooney. Now batting for the Vikings will be Tyler Gronwald. He'll be followed by Graham Hess and Max Bernier, the 2-3-4 guys. It's a 1-1 count here to Gronwald. Gronwald designated hitting today, takes a ball. Hitting .304 on the year, leads the team with 15 hits, 12 runs scored, .448 on base percent. Takes that strike, and the count's evened up at 2-2. Excellent play for the Vikings to get out of a huge jam. Fisher Johnson caught a hard hit, one hopper. This ball's hit out to right field. Right fielder Eilertson hits, nice acrobatic catch out there by Matt Eilertson. He ran straight to his right. The ball looked like it might get over his head, but he made a jump and caught it. That would have been Tyler Gronwald standing on second if Matt Eilertson doesn't catch that. Instead, it's 1 up, 1 down, and Graham Hess, the 3-hitter, up to bat. Graham Hess started on the mound, and now he's playing first. He flew out in the first to right field, and he got a single and scored a run in the third. He also has a stolen base. This ball is fouled back. Here's the 1-1 with 1 out. Two-1 now as Jace Baumgartner is on the mound. Swing and a miss. It'll be 2-2. I was looking to see what Baumgartner's stats are, but it looks like he might be a guy that's on the mound for the first time this year as well. Impressive hitting stats from Baumgartner, but no pitching stats are coming up for him. Could be a situation where he throws a little bit on their main team. In any case, he's on the mound now with a 2-2 count, 1 out, and the lead in this game. Here's the pitch from 16, fouled back by Hess. Hess battling hard up there. Max Bernier waits on deck. Bernier with the biggest hit for the Vikings today. It was a 2 RBI, lead changing 2 RBI double back in the third. Graham Hess has worked this count full. Good at bat for Hess. He's fouled off a couple. Here's the 3-2. That ball's hit high and deep out to right center field. Center fielder moves over and makes a nice catch. Very nice catch by the center fielder, Drew Martin. He ranged nicely all the way out to his left in right center there and makes a beautiful catch. So Drew Martin out in center. Martin had a good day today. He scored 2 of the 4 runs. He's 1 for 1 with 2 walks and 2 runs scored. There he makes a nice catch. Here's a high fly ball into the infield. Catcher calls for it. Tough play, and he's not going to make it. Max is caught in between, but there's nobody covering first, so he'll scamper on back to first. So Max, something about his swings has got the DGF folks baffled. He reached on an air in the first. Now he reaches on an air here in the 5th. His double was smoked. He's been on base 3 times. Gabe Iverson now bats, .351 on the season. Struck out in the first, grounded out to short in the 3rd. Tying run is on board for the Vikings. It's Max Bernier. Gabe Iverson will be followed by Jeremy Knight. Here's the 1-0, 2 outs here, the bottom of the 5th. Strike taken on the outside lower portion of the plate. Jace Baumgartner pitching. He kicks and delivers. This ball is right over top of us. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Tying run on for the Vikings. It's Max Bernier. This ball's chopped to the left side, and it's a foul ball. Fielded by Mousseau at 3rd, but it was a foul ball. So we'll do it again. As Jace Baumgartner sets and delivers. This ball's hit high in the air. 3rd base, pitcher calls for it, and it is going to be Jace who takes that. It'll be an F1. And after 5, or in the bottom of the 5th, the Vikings get no runs on no hits. They leave 1 on base. There was 1 DGF error. Score remains after 5 complete, DGF 4, and the Kindred Vikings 3.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Hey fans, welcome back into Kindred. Josh Omeris alongside Wendy Bernier. DGF bringing to the plate their 7, 8, 9 guys, Ian Halverson, Nolan Verdi, and Mason Coling. Been a great game here in Kindred. DGF went out to a 2-0 lead. The Vikings answered with a run, making it 2-1. The Vikings then had a 2 RBI double from Max Bernier that gave them the lead 3-2. But the killer for DGF has been Logan Tooney. He had knocked in both the runs with a triple in the first, and then he knocked in 2 more in the 5th to give the DGF the current lead 4-3. Once again, Halverson, Verdi, and Coling, 7, 8, 9 for DGF. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Curveball, great curveball, off speed, really had Halverson out on his front foot. Moves the count to 2-2. Twins lead 4-2 now in Minneapolis over the Chicago Cubs. Here's the pitch. Good slow pitch, hit hard, but right at Fisher Johnson. And Fisher Johnson is going to pick up another line out. C.J. Mousseau had a hard line drive to Fisher that he caught. And Cade Westby has one up, one down. The 8-hitter Nolan Verdi swings and hits that one hard to down the right field line. This game started at 6:29. Almost 1 hour, we'll call it 1 hour and 28 minutes old. Nice off speed. That off speed is a beautiful pitch. Henry Kuznia moves out and makes a nice catch. Henry Kuznia has been a busy boy out in right field, and he has done a nice job out and right. Nice job there. That ball was hit right on the line. It would have been a fair ball, and Kuznia, I like the way he tracks. It's almost like a lion stalking its prey, just moving gently over. Yeah, not the one he tripped on his feet on, but the other ones were really well done. And to his credit, that ball was smoked that he missed, and it was a triple. It wasn't an error. This ball's hit high out to left field, right at Jacob Pearson, and he catches that. And Cade Westby in the top of the sixth does a great job of setting down DGF 1-2-3. Halverson with a line out, Verdi with a fly out to Henry Kuznia, and Coling with a fly out to Pearson. That'll end things in the top of the sixth. The Vikings trail DGF 4-3. They've got 6 outs left to try and catch and surpass DGF. We'll see if they can do it. Come back for the bottom of the sixth.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd Our World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com. Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A few defensive changes for DGF. Now into the game. Welcome Jake Mousseau. Jake Mousseau on the mound. And Jace Baumgartner has moved to catcher. So Xander Opsahl currently out of the game. And Jake Mousseau will be in the 2 spot of the lineup. He will be on deck if his time comes around in the his time will come around in the top of the 7th if he stays in the game. So Xander Opsahl out. Jake Mousseau in, and he's on the mound. Jace Baumgartner off the mound and moving to catcher. Jeremy Knight, Fisher Johnson, Henry Kuznia slated to hit for the Vikings. Knight hits that, and it goes underneath the glove of Logan Tooney. Knight going to reach on an air. Is that the boost that the Vikings need? We shall find out. Fisher Johnson, he's had a phenomenal night at the plate. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. He's coming to bat right now. Big moment in this game. Late in this game. Jake Mousseau has pitched 8 innings this year. Hasn't had a decision on the mound. He's struck out 6. He's got a 9 ERA. And he has Jeremy Knight on first with Fisher Johnson batting on an 0-1 pitch. He swings and misses. Johnson got a little bit excited there. There's some activity in the Viking bullpen. Max Bernier warming up. See what they decide to do here in the top of the 7th. Knight on first. Jake Mousseau on the mound and Fisher Johnson up to bat. He smokes that one. He's 3 for 3 on the day. That ball is hit out to right. Jeremy Knight holds up at second, and it's going to be first and second. So Fisher Johnson still bats 1,000 on the year. He's 3 for 3. Single in the second, double in the fourth, and a single here in the 6th. Vikings are in business. Fisher Johnson on first, Knight on second, and Kuznia coming to the plate. Will he bunt? Nope. He swings and chops that to third. Third baseman fields. It's as good of a bunt as both runners will advance. Interesting decision there. I thought maybe C.J. Mousseau would just tag Knight coming down or step on third, but he was playing in, and the ball was hit fairly soft. So a huge moment here in this game. Jacob Pearson, the 9-hitter, hitting .312 on the year. Guys on second and third. That ball is a run-saving stop by Jace Baumgartner. And Jake Mousseau versus Jake Pearson. 1-0 pitch with 1 out. This ball's hit out to left, and it falls down. Knight is going to come. He came in late. He got a bad jump, and that's going to be an out call there. Boy, Jeremy Knight went forward, went back, went forward, and what a great relay there. That's a tough, tough break. So it's going to go down as, boy, I think you have to call that a single. It's not a forced play. And left fielder, Nolan Verdi, hits his cutoff perfectly, and they throw the relay home. Steele down to third. Fisher Johnson and Jake Pearson now move up. So Fisher Johnson steals third. Pearson follows to second. And again, we have a big moment in this game. Cade Westby up to bat. Westby, 1-0 pitch. This ball's chopped to the left side. Cade Westby struck out in the first, walked and scored in the third, and then grounded out to third in the fourth. He's got an opportunity to tie and potentially get the Vikings ahead. This one's hit hard to the third baseman, Jake Mousseau. He drops it. And Westby, so the run is in. The run is in for the Vikings. They have tied the game, and Jake Mousseau has now made the final out. So the Vikings do score one. It's Fisher Johnson. Fisher Johnson has played a pivotal part in this game. He stole third there, and if he wouldn't have stolen third, he wouldn't have scored. Jacob Pearson is caught in between. We'll call it a 5-4-5 put out. Cade Westby is going to reach on the fielder's choice, but it doesn't matter because the Vikings are retired in the bottom of the 6th. So in the bottom of the 6th, there was a mess of things that happened, but ultimately the Vikings tied up, and we got a brand new ball game here with 1 inning left to play, and Max Bernier coming to the mound for the Vikings. Come on back for a thrilling finish, no doubt.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Well, I'm unapologetic about this, but this has been a fantastic game, and I know I've said that a handful of times. A very evenly matched battle between two good baseball programs, and we're down to our final inning. The Vikings have Max Bernier on the mound. He's thrown 10 1/3 inning. He is 1-0 with the B crew this year. He has only walked 1 and struck out 14. He has an ERA of 2. So impressive stats there for Max Bernier in his 10 innings of work here. He will face an equally impressive offensive lineup. Drew Martin, Xander Opsahl, actually checked that. It'll be Jake Mousseau and Jace Baumgartner. Logan Tooney, the cleanup man, he has all 4 RBIs. Here's pitch number 1 coming. Once again, Max Bernier on the bump. His battery mate is Graham Hess, who's moved from third base. At first is Jacob Pearson, and at second is Cade Westby. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are all new for the Vikings. Bernier on the mound, Hess, and then Jacob Pearson and Cade Westby. Good play there by Gabe Iverson. No out more important than that first one, as Gabe Iverson fields nicely, throws on over to Jacob Pearson, and it's 1 up, 1 down with, it now looks like Xander Opsahl is back in the game. So Xander Opsahl, I kind of was suspecting that. That means that Jake Mousseau is done, and they'll have to bring a new pitcher out. So Xander Opsahl, he walked and scored in the first, flew out to center in the third, and reached on a sac/E5 in the fifth. He also scored. He has 2 of the runs for DJF. Max throws strike 1. It's 0-1 with 1 out. 2-hitter up here. Xander takes strike 2. So once again, DGF with their 1, 2, 3 batters up. Martin grounded out to Gabe Iverson at short. Xander Opsahl and Jace Baumgartner with the dangerous Logan Tooney waiting in the wings. Here's a pitch high and in the air. Cade Westby, Henry Kuzniak. Henry Kuzniak, never a doubt, as the Lion hunted down his prey and found it right to his glove. Kuzniak has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 putouts in right field this evening. Jace Baumgartner up to bat next. He flew out to right, walked, and walked. This is an important at-bat. Why? Because Logan Tooney waits next. He has a triple, a single, and a hard fly out to left. He has 4 RBIs. Vikings do not want to see Tooney to the plate. 2 balls. Bernier in a hole. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Tooney on deck. Here's the pitch. Ball outside.
Right back now. Strike 1, the fly ball.
Bernier looks in for his signs, agrees with his battery mate Graham Hess. Winds, delivers, throws a strike. Check that. It was a ball. Must have been inside. And Coach Wixo requests that his outfielders move back. Smart move, because this guy can hit it. Logan Tooney hit .370 on the year coming into today, .439 on base percent. He had 25 RBIs leading the team coming into today. He's at 29. Steal down to second, is thrown out to center field. Tripped over second base, Jace Baumgartner did. So he did not go to third. He was rounding to go to third, knew that was out to center, but tripped over second and decided to stay. Wonder if the Vikings will consider putting him on. It's never a good thing to put winning runs or go down by 2, but with Tooney you might consider it. It doesn't look like it. Here's the 1-0. Taken for a ball. It's 2-0. I would not be surprised if Tooney is given first base for free here. Max Bernier looks in, agrees, checks the runner at second. That's Baumgartner, and this ball's taken in the dirt. Ball 3.
Here you go, Max.
7 straight balls here for Bernier. And if anybody deserved a green light, it's Logan Tooney. So a pitch that's too good could be shot out deep. Oh, quick spin. Interesting move. But as they say, you can balk to second because you can literally almost do anything to second and not be called for a balk. There's some things you can't do, but you could do it. Max just did there. Here's the 3-0 with 2 outs. Dangerous moment in this game. Strike on the outside corner. Good pitch, but still a lot of work for Bernier to do. Tooney, the hero of the game right now. Stick around for the Todd Wold postgame show. Tooney could be named the Enbridge Energy Player of the game. We'll see how this one finishes. Here's the 3-1. Strike taken, 3-2. This would be a huge out for Bernier and the Vikings. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. Tie ball game of the rubber match. DGF and Kindred. This is the 5th time these programs have met this year, and it's a 2-2 record. Fun July 9th evening here, Wednesday night in Kindred. Beautiful weather, fun baseball. Bernier checks in. He's facing Logan Tooney, the cleanup man. He sets, checks second. He kicks, and here's the pitch. Runner goes, swung on, hit high out to left field. It's Braden Olson out there. This is going to be a huge catch if he makes it, and he does. Big hit by Tooney. My goodness. Fly out to Braden Olson in left field. Logan Tooney has hit the ball hard 4 times. That one was caught by Braden Olson. He had another one caught by Braden Olson. And right now, it's a tie ball game, 4-4. The Vikings coming to bat in the bottom of the 7th, have a chance to walk it off here at home. Let's see what happens. Come back in 60.
Express Lane Marathon in Kindred is your neighborhood convenience store where convenience meets quality, whether you're fueling up with Marathon's top-tier fuel or grabbing a quick snack. Express Lane has you covered. From hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, premium soft-serve ice cream, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Make sure to use your Marathon app and get 7 cents back per gallon all summer long. Now offering premium 91 non-ethanol fuel. Express Lane is your friendly and locally owned convenience store.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Hey fans, thanks for tuning in to your live event. Josh Omeris alongside Wendy Bernier. Great baseball game in Kindred. Some Junior Legion action, and it's been a thrilling one. The DGF post 397 Junior Legion went up 2-0. The Vikings cut it to 2-1 before they took a 3-2 lead in the 3rd. DGF answered in the 5th by getting a 2 RBI single and taking the 4-3 lead, and the Vikings in the bottom of the 6th got the tying run across the plate after Fisher Johnson reached on his 3rd hit of the game and then got to second on a base hit from Pearson, stole 3rd and scored on a fielder's choice. We stand at 4-4. New pitcher on the mound is Xander Opsahl. He briefly left the game for Jake Mousseau to pitch. Jake Mousseau is done. He's off the hook. Fisher's off the hook. Technically right now Max Bernier is off the hook, and it all comes down to, if you're a DGF fan, Xander Opsahl and how he pitches. 2-3-4 coming to bat for the Vikings. Tyler Gronwald, Graham Hess, and Max Bernier. Let's see how this one's going to end. It's been a fantastic game. Once again, Opsahl pitching. He's got 6 innings under his belt this year. He's 1-0 on the season. He also has a save. A young man who struck out 7. This ball is hit high in the air. Opsahl wants it. He moves over to his left, and that ball is caught. Nice catch by Opsahl. And Opsahl, with his 1.1 ERA, sees 1 up and 1 down on that fly out. Graham Hess flew out to right in the 1st, singled and scored in the 3rd, stole a base in that mix. and then flew out on a deep fly ball to center in the 5th. Graham Hess was the starting pitcher. Then he moved to first base, and now he's catching. Can he be the hero at the plate? Ball's hit high and out to center field. Center fielder has a bead on it, and he moves over and makes the catch. Drew Martin out there in center, I believe. Yep, Drew Martin. He's had a great day. Walked and scored in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, walked and scored in the 5th. He has 2 of the runs for DGF, and he's been busy out in center. He's retired Hess twice now. Max Bernier up to bat. Reached on an error in the 1st and in the 5th, and had a 2 RBI double in the 3rd. Takes ball 1. Can 7 be the lucky number here in the bottom of the 7th after number 7 made a catch out in center? Not that I know much about gambling, but 777 is usually a good thing. Here's 2-0. I don't know if people can hear the comments from the peanut gallery, but it'd be best if you did not hear the comments from the person chirping the most right now is the person who was offered a headset, but she declined. Here's a hard hit ball to third base. Great job by the third baseman to stick with a high hop and throws out Bernier by a half a step. I think that was C.J. Mousseau over at third. And a great play by C.J. Mousseau. That ball came up on him, hit him in the chest. He fielded it nice, set his feet, threw over to Tooney. And we've got free baseball in Kindred. What else would you rather be doing on a Wednesday in July? Free baseball. We move to the 8th inning, tied 4-4. Max Bernier coming out to pitch the top of the 8th for the Vikings.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Free baseball here in Kindred. C.J. Mousseau, Jack Seidler, and Ian Halverson come to the plate. 5, 6, 7 guys. C.J. Mousseau against Max Bernier. And C.J. reached in a walk in the 1st, lined out to 3rd in the 3rd. And had a base hit in the 5th. He takes strike 1. Swing and a miss, that's strike 2. C.J. Mousseau hitting .280 on the year, an impressive .591 on base percent that leads his team. He's also an extra base hit threat, 2 triples and 2 home runs. Takes a ball there. Counts 2-1. 1-2, excuse me. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Leadoff man up here for DGF in the 8th. Here's a ball hit high out to center field. And Jeremy Knight made a wrong move, and then the acrobatic catch just as you draw up out in center. And that'll be the first out of the 8th inning. Fly out to Jeremy Knight, and that'll bring up Jack Seidler. Seidler has hit the ball hard all night long. Cade Westby moves to his right and makes a phenomenal play. Great job by Cade Westby. Cade Westby, good play, moves to his right, gets the short hop, and throws on over to Pearson. Nice job by Westby. momentary freeze there as we're working through some camera glitches right now. But trust me, Cade Westby made a big play there. Now up to bat and immediately swinging on a high fly ball is Ian Halverson. Braden Olson moves in, loses his hat, but catches the ball. And that's a good, quick inning, a 6-pitch inning by Bernier. A fly out tonight, a ground out to Westby, and a fly out to Olson. We'll see if the Vikings can walk it off in the 8th inning. 4-4 here in Kindred as we move to the bottom of the 8th.
Make your stop before or after the game at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. Stop out throughout the week for mouth-watering lunch specials weekdays and mark Friday nights down on the calendar for prime rib, ribeye steak, or some walleye at the Knickerbocker. For more information or to find out about daily specials, give the Knickerbocker a like on Facebook by searching the Knickerbocker. Great food and good people. You can find it all at the Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota. For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fun game here. Stick around after for the Todd Wold post-game show. Check out wold-cpa.com for any of your accounting requisitions. Just a phenomenal night of baseball here in Kindred. This is a Kindred Junior Legion team that, if you look at the record, shows 5-11, but a very deceiving 5-11 because once again they have 8 losses by 3 runs or less. They've been in almost every game. This is a team that lost to DGF 16-6 earlier in the season, but big credit to them. And DGF certainly a strong team, 14-7 coming into tonight's game. Just a good old-fashioned slugfest here in Kindred. Two teams duking it out and throwing everything they can at one another. This is the, I believe, 4th pitcher of record for DGF. Ball's in the dirt, moves the count to 2-2. And the Vikings are on their 4th pitcher. So we've got all kinds of weapons being thrown at one another. Here's the 2-2 to Gabe Iverson. This ball is hit out to shallow center. Center fielder is in on it, and he makes the catch. That's Drew Martin, a man we've talked about quite a bit. So Gabe Iverson 0 for 4 on the day, and that'll bring up Jeremy Knight. Knight struck out in the 2nd, flew out to left in the 4th, and reached on an error in the 6th. He'll be followed by Fisher Johnson. If Jeremy Knight can get on, we'll see if Fisher Johnson can keep his heroics going and how heroic Fisher can be. Here's the 0-1. Swung on a miss. It's 0-2. Knight hitting .283 on the year coming into today, but he's 0 for 3. He is also a extra base hit, 4 doubles and 2 home runs on the season, including one in Dilworth. Here's the pitch. Ball off the glove of catcher Jace Baumgartner. Xander Opsahl on the mound. Doesn't like what his battery mate gives him. Doesn't like that one. Now he agrees. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off. I think that's going to go out of play, and it is. A lot of good baseball being played here tonight. A couple little blemishes. I know DGF has 3 errors and the Vikings have 1, but some nice plays being made and some good hits. Pitching has mostly been very good. Here's Opsahl. Throws a good pitch on the outside, or an outside pitch, but a tough one to lay off. Moves the count to 2-2 with one out here to Jeremy Knight. He falls that one back. Good battle by Jeremy. Case in point, there's been a lot of good at-bats, good battles. Guys working hard. Fun night of baseball. Knight followed by Fisher Johnson and maybe Henry Kuznia with one out. Here's the 2-2. This ball hit to the right side. Is it going to get through? It does, just underneath the glove of Mason Coling. And Jeremy Knight is on for the second time, this time with his first hit. And Fisher Johnson, his debut this season, 3 for 3. A hit in the second, a double in the fourth, and a hit and a run scored in the sixth. Knight on first, one out. Here's Fisher. Nice stop there by catcher Baumgartner. If Knight can get to second, Vikings got to be real excited about their chances here. Fisher Johnson at the plate. Knight stays put. Ball taken outside. 2-0. Oakley gives some exciting claps down at third base. Coach DuBois runs through his signs. Here's the 2-0. Oregon player Eric Iverson plays a little ditty, and ball 3 is taken. It's 3-0. More Oregon playing. Eric Iverson is a man of many talents, but the Oregon playing is something he's added to his repertoire. Nick Eggman, also a very good Oregon player up here from time to time, but he's a busy boy coming home from Hankinson right now. Ball 4 taken. Johnson reaches for the 4th straight time. And Jeremy Knight moves to second. Henry Kuznia, he's 0 for 3 on the day. Hit into a double play in the second. Flew out to second. And grounded out to third baseman in the 6th. Jacob Pearson on deck. It's the 8-9 hitters. Can they be the heroes? Henry, that's going to be a shallow fly ball to left field, but it's caught. Nice play by Nolan Verdi in left. And the game now rests in the hands of either Xander Opsahl or Jacob Pearson. Will we see a 9th inning? That's what Xander Opsahl wants. Jacob Pearson does not want that. Jeremy Knight at second. He's got some speed. This ball's hit foul, just barely fouled down the third base line. Good hustle by C.J. Mousseau, who's made some nice plays at third. Knight, decent speed. Outfield playing fairly shallow, so a base hit is not guaranteed to score Knight. Here's the kick and the deliver. Ball just in the webbing of the glove of the catcher. Jace Baumgartner. Here's the 1-1 with 2 outs. The Oregon goes silent. This ball's hit out to right field, and the right fielder comes in. It goes over his head, and that'll be how the Vikings win it. Jacob Pearson hits that ball over the right fielder's head, and Jacob Pearson with the game-winning RBI picks up a close victory for the Vikings. Jeremy Knight comes around from second base, and there you have it, folks. Jacob Pearson with a 2-out RBI single over the right fielder, Matt Eilertson's head. And what a game that has finally come to an end here in Kindred. Jacob Pearson gets the game-winning hit, an RBI out to right field. Vikings walk off DGF here in Kindred. They win tonight 5-4. They win the season series 3-2. They avenge a 16-6 loss in Dilworth earlier this season. Coach Oakley DuBois got to be very proud of his boys. Coach Wixo as well. Fisher Johnson's got to be pumped up to be back on the baseball field and have such a great night. Round of applause for the Kindred Vikings. And we're going to step away. Don't leave, fans. We've got the Todd Wold post-game show coming. For any accounting requisitions from income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals or businesses, go online to wold-cpa.com. We're going to have the Enbridge Player of the Game. We're going to have the Connection of the Game. Enbridge Player of the Game sponsored by Enbridge, and the Connection of the Match sponsored by Hallstud Telephone Company. Don't go anywhere. Come back. 2 minutes, and we will have some interviews. Thanks.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
What an exciting game here in Kindred, ladies and gentlemen. The Vikings are victorious by a score of 5-4. They defeat DGF on an extra inning thriller. In the bottom of the 8th, they get a walk-off hit by Jacob Pearson, and they win a close one. They improve to a record of 6-11. DGF falls to a record of 14-8. It was a great game here in Kindred. Once again, DGF took an early lead. Their first two batters scored. They went up 2-0. In the bottom of the first, the Vikings cut the lead to 2-1. In the third inning, there's a big 2 RBI double off the bat of Max Bernier that gave the Vikings a 3-2 lead. In the top of the 5th, a young man by the name of Logan Tooney came up to bat, and he knocked in 2 more runs, scoring Drew Martin and Xander Opsahl. That was a deja vu because Drew Martin and Xander Opsahl scored all 4 of the DGF runs, and they were all batted in by Logan Tooney. Great night for Logan Tooney at the plate. DGF had a 4-3 lead. The Vikings tied it in the 6th. Fisher Johnson got on base. He stole third and ended up scoring on a fielder's choice. And then the Vikings walk it off in the bottom of the 8th off the bat of Jake Pearson. Welcome into the Todd Wold CPA postgame show. For any accounting requisitions from income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals or businesses, go online to wold-cpa.com. We're going to take a quick 30-second break, and when we come back, we're going to announce our Enbridge player of the game, our connection of the game, and we've got interviews coming. We got 2 young men up in the booth here. See you back in 30 seconds.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neillsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Hey, fans, welcome back in. You're looking at them right here. The Enbridge player of the game. Life takes energy. Enbridge is energy for life. We appreciate Enbridge for sponsoring. Fisher Johnson, the Enbridge player of the game. You're 3 for 3 tonight with a walk. You scored the tying run on a great stolen base. You pitched an inning and a third. More importantly, Fisher, you made your debut tonight. How much fun was it to be out on the field back with the guys here tonight?
It was just so much fun. I mean, sitting out all spring, a couple of games in summer, and just playing out a game I love. It was just so much fun.
When's the last time you competed in something?
It would have been January 19th, I think.
So it took 7 months.
7 months,
been
yeah.
7 months of hard work, getting to this point, and you not only got onto the field, which was a proud moment, but you had a phenomenal night tonight.
Yeah.
What was what were you seeing at the plate? Were you just pumped up with excitement? Were you seeing the ball good? 3 for 3 with the walk is a pretty impressive night. What were you seeing that was making things go so well?
I was just remembering how my season went last year and kind of just basing off that, and just enjoying the moment, because you never know when your season's going to come to an end.
You pitched an inning and a third as well. You had an easy first inning. You ran into a little trouble, but your teammates picked you up there. How good did it feel getting on the mound there?
It felt good. First inning went really well. And then I had a hit, and I ran the bases, and I got way too tired, and I was not need more sprints, I think.
Well, let me attest to the fact that this young man has been working super, super hard. One thing I did not see you work on at all in all of our practices this year was hitting the ball into a trash can. Are you aware that you did that?
Not really. I mean, I heard people yelling. I heard Quiz say something about it. Whoops. And, yeah. It was like another hole-in-one for me.
I know. Would you rather been here tonight or on the golf course? Because you flirted with that idea.
I did. I did have a golf tournament I had to cancel on, but I think this is a little bit better.
You think?
Yeah, I know.
3 for 3 on the night with a walk, the tying run. One last question for you, because this proved to be pivotal in the game. You were on second base, and you saw something, and you stole third. If you don't do that, you don't score that tying run. Right? Yeah. Because there's a ground ball hit to the left side. What do you see at second base that made you take third and, in essence, was the difference in this game?
I saw a leg kick, and I knew if I just had the confidence and I can just go right when he lifted his leg, I knew I'd get there.
Good game, Fisher. Fun to see you back on the field and fun to see you do so well. Fisher Johnson is the Enbridge player of the game. 3 for 3 on the night with a walk, scored the tying run, pitched an inning and a third. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back with one more interview in 30 seconds. We got Jacob Pearson waiting in the wings.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd Our World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Hey, fans, welcome back in. We got the connection of the game, Jake Pearson, easy connection of the game. Connection of the game is Jake Pearson driving a deep fly ball out to right field over the right fielder's head in the bottom of the eighth with 2 outs and scoring the game-winning run or hitting in the game-winning run. Jake, let's jump right to it. What were you thinking? What were you feeling in the bottom of the eighth with 2 outs and the winning run on second base?
I was thinking I just wanted it. I just wanted to walk it off. I wanted to have this memory. I was thinking about hits.
When the ball was hit off your bat, did you know it was going over the right fielder's head? Were you thinking that's the winner right there, or what was going through your mind?
I thought it was going to be caught at first, and I saw the right fielder running back, and then I just kind of knew at that moment that was over his head.
That's good to hear. So Jacob, you guys are a team, record-wise, you've moved to 6-11. It's a deceiving record because you've had 8 close losses, 8 3-run losses or less, series of times you guys have been walked off. How good did it feel to get a walk-off victory, not only a walk-off victory, but a walk-off victory here on your home field?
It felt great. Getting all those walk-offs on us just kind of sucked, especially all in the first game. I don't know. It just felt amazing.
Any shout-outs you want to give? Anybody you're especially proud of or anybody listening that you want to say hi to?
I'd like to shout out Ben Mauk and Brody Mauk.
Sounds good, Jake. Jake, you are the connection of the game on the game-winning RBI in the bottom of the eighth. Congratulations to you and congratulations to your squad.
Thank you.
We'll be back in a minute to wrap up our broadcast.
Stay up to-date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Hey fans, welcome back to Kindred, our final segment of the evening. Fun night here in Kindred. Great ball game played by both teams. Both DGF and Kindred laid it all on the line. One of those games that you hate to see somebody lose, but you love to win the game. For the Vikings, they were the victors by a score of 5-4. It took an RBI single with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th off the bat of Jacob Pearson to do the job, but Fisher Johnson potentially steals the show on the night. His debut back to playing baseball had him go 3 for 3 with a run scored, a critical stolen base, and a walk. He also had a double sprinkled in there. Fisher Johnson 3 for 3 with a walk, the tying run, and he also pitched an inning and a third. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Todd Wold postgame show. Once again, for any accounting requisitions, anything from income tax planning to preparation and consulting for individuals or businesses, check out wold-cpa.com. One more time, congratulations to Fisher Johnson. He was named the Enbridge Player of the Game. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Visit enbridge.com for career opportunities. And then also, speaking of the Enbridge Player of the Game, go back and check out that fly ball that Fisher hit into the trash can. I think it was in the bottom of the 4th inning. Just a phenomenal feat. He also answered that up with a double to the fence. What an impressive feat there by Fisher. And then the connection of the game, thanks to Halstead Telephone Company. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone, it's how to connect. Visit halsteadtel.com. That's HALSTADTEL.com. That Halstead connection of the game was Jacob Pearson in the bottom of the 8th. The game-winning RBI over the right fielder's head. Once again, the Kindred Vikings improved to a record of 6-11, and DGF falls to 14-8. A lot of action. If you enjoy baseball in July, please consider coming back tomorrow. Kindred Babe Ruth take on Valley City at 6 o'clock. Stop on out to the Ball Diamond or check us out on your live event. On Friday, the Essentia Health Classic tournament. Kindred is one site of 24 teams, 25 teams. There's going to be 5 teams here in Kindred. It'll be Kindred, Seward of Nebraska, Mandan, Watertown, and Wahpeton. Friday, you'll see on your live event, 3 o'clock Legion game against Seward and an 8 o'clock night affair against Mandan. On Saturday, Kindred Legion will take on Watertown at 2 and Wahpeton at 7. Sunday's games are to be determined. Plenty of options for you to watch on your live event. Once again, Valley City comes to town to take on Kindred's Babe Ruth tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Friday at 3 o'clock, Kindred Legion plays Seward out of Nebraska, and at 8 o'clock plays Mandan. Saturday, 2 o'clock versus Watertown, and 7 o'clock versus Wahpeton. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to give especially a big thanks to our sponsors for making this possible. Thanks to Todd Wolf for sponsoring the post-game show, Enbridge for sponsoring the player of the game, and Halstead for the connection of the game, as well as all of our other sponsors. Once again, congratulations to the Kindred Vikings, who improved to 6-11. Congratulations to Fisher Johnson for being the Enbridge player of the game, and to Jacob Pearson for having the connection of the game with his big hit in the bottom of the 8th. Once again, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope we'll see you back here tomorrow as the Babe Ruth take on Valley City. We're going to step away and see you back hopefully tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody.